Okay, guys, for our asynchronous lesson today, I am going to be doing an extension to the factoring stuff that we were doing, and we are going to factor the sum or difference of cubes. Everything we have been factoring has been a quadratic. Okay, so we've done difference of squares like x squared minus 4. We've done our naked factoring where we have like x squared plus 11x plus 10. And then we've also done our, rainbow method where we might have something like 3x squared minus x minus 2 or something like that. Okay, but notice what all of these have in common. They all have x squared as their highest exponent because they are quadratics. Okay, what we're going to look at today, this extension with the cubes, we are going to look at factoring things that look like a cubed minus b cubed or a cubed plus b cubed. Okay, so both subtracting and adding are factorable for cubes, whereas for quadratics, we only had difference of squares, not sum. It wasn't allowed. Okay, so what we're going to do, the first thing I kind of need to talk to you about is, I call it SOAP, okay, or a lot of people do. And when you factor cubes, you always want to use SOAP. Okay, S means same sign. So if my problem looked like a cubed minus b cubed, in my final answer, I'm going to have a short group with 2 things and then a longer group that has 3 parts. Okay, so when I say same sign, I mean same sign. So this will have a minus in it. O stands for opposite sign. Okay, well, opposite of minus is a plus. And then AP stands for always plus. So this is always a plus back here. So that's how a difference of squares would set up. Okay. Same sign was minus, opposite was plus, and then we end with plus. If I had a sum of cubes, okay, I can still make this fill in the blank approach. Okay, so 2 parts and 3 parts. Only difference this time, I have a plus. So my first sign is a plus. Opposite is a minus, and then always a plus at the end. Okay, so I always say set up your signs first, then we'll fill in the rest. Now we're going to look at a couple of examples. We are going to be working with cube roots, which looks like this. In the TI calculator, or the Calculate 84, whatever you're using, all you have to do is hit math. There's a math button. And then option 4. Okay, which looks like this. If you're using Desmos, you can either find the button that looks like that, and then you'll have to type a 3 in the N space. Or if you type CBRT, it'll convert it to a cube root, depending on which calculator you're using. Okay, so those are all your like calculator tips. And the first example I'm going to look at with you, I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to do a difference of cubes. We're going to do x cubed minus 8. And before anything else, I told you I always set up my signs first. Okay, and I know it's going to be same, opposite, always plus. And when I'm doing those, I'm comparing it to the minus sign right here. So same as a minus sign is a minus sign. Opposite is a plus, and then we have always plus. So my signs are ready. I just need to figure out what goes inside. So step 2, we're going to cube root each of these pieces. Kind of like when we square rooted for difference of squares. Okay, cube root of x cubed is just x. Cube root of 8 is 2. That's what goes in my first parenthesis, x and 2. To figure out these other 3 spaces, because we're working with cubics, we're going to go and write down our cube root 3 times. So x, 2, 2, 2. And then we're going to split them into 3 groups. So group 1, group 2, group 3. We're just going to go in order. Group 1 goes in space 1. Okay, x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. That's my second space. And then 2 times 2 is 4. And that's it. That's my final answer. X minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4. Those are the factors for x cubed minus 8. That would be your answer. Okay, I'm going to look at another one with you. We'll make it a little bit harder. This time I'm going to look at, let's do 64x cubed plus 343. Okay, so I'll up the numbers a bit, make it a little more challenging. Remember, the first step we want to do is think about SOAP. Okay, I have a plus sign. So my signs are going to be plus for same sign, opposite, and then always plus. So in my final answer, I'll have a plus, a minus, and a plus. It's up to you if you want to set that up ahead of time. I just find it easier. Then I'm going to cube root 64x cubed. Cube root of 64 is 4. And then we have our x cubed. Okay, so cube root of 64x cubed is just 4x. Then we have cube root of 343, which is 7. So remember, we write it 3 times. 4x, 4x, 4x. 7, 7, 7. Just stay in order. And then we group them. 4x and a 4x. A 4x and a 7. A 7 and a 7. Notice 4x is one thing. They're like glued together. Okay. So my front parenthesis is 4x plus 7 because that's what I had to work with. Okay, over here. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 7 is 28x. And then 7 times 7 is 49. And we're done. It's all a pattern. Okay. I'm going to work 2 more kind of straightforward examples, and then I'll show you one more of the harder type. So maybe you have a problem like x cubed plus 125. Okay, well, I can figure out my signs. Same as a plus is a plus. Okay, I have a plus, same as a plus. Opposite is a minus, and then we have always plus. Okay. Creature of habit, I like setting them up. Plus, minus, plus. Cube root of x cubed is just x. Cube root of 125 is 5. Okay. We cube rooted both. We got x and 5. And then we're at our last step. X, x, x. Remember, 3 times. 5, 5, 5. Pair them off. X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. Sorry, I need to put the 5 first. It is a coefficient. And last but not least, 5 times 5 is 25. And that's it. That's our answer. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm going to do one more of the only number type with you. You are, of course, welcome to pause the video if you want to work on it or whatever. I am going to have you answer in the Edpuzzle, though. So for this one, why don't we do 216 x cubed minus, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure, minus 1331. Let's do that. That looks fun. Okay. My signs, minus, plus, plus, because again, we're analyzing here. Same as a minus, opposite as a plus, then we have always plus. We're going to cube root each of these. Cube root 216 x cubed. When you're typing this, only type the number part. So cube root of 216 is 6, and then we have an x. Cube root of 1331 is 11. Okay, I'm going to set up everything. We said we have minus, plus, plus. We just showed we have a 6x and an 11. Okay, I'm going to do my work down here this time just for space. 6x, 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 11, 11, 11. There's a lot going on. Okay, so I'm going to chunk it in blue. 6x and 6x, 6x and 11, 11, 11. I'm going to put a little times dot. Okay, 6x times 6x is 36x squared. 6x times 11 is 66x. And 11 times 11 is 121. And that's our answer. The very last problem I'm going to look at with you is going to be about as hard as it can get. Um, I'll try not to make the numbers too crazy. So why don't we do 27x cubed plus 64y cubed. Okay, so now we threw a y in there. I'm pretty sure you guys can handle it. Okay, my sign is a plus. So I'll have plus, opposite is minus, and then we have always plus. Sorry, my dog moved up next to where I'm recording, so if you can hear her, sorry. Okay, and then we're just doing the same thing. Okay, cube root of 27x cubed is 3x. Cube root of 64y cubed is 4y. Okay, doesn't matter what letter it is, works the same way. So I have a 3x and a 4y. 3x, 3x, 3x. If you want to put time signs, you can. 4y, 4y, 4y. Pair, pair, pair. Those are the three things we need to do. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 4y is 12xy. You just put them next to each other. And 4y times 4y is 16y squared. And we're done. So even though I made it look harder, it was still just the same old pattern. Okay, so after watching this, you do have a math space to complete. Okay, so let me. Okay, so you have on math space, it's called factoring sum and difference of cubes. It is 10 questions. Okay, 10 questions. And you have until midnight Friday to get it turned in as your asynchronous assignment. Okay, so I would recommend if you just watch this video, just go do that assignment. Do your best on it. I may be grading it a little bit more on completion, but do your best. Hopefully this video was easy to follow, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.